This is Tim Albright with an AVNation ISE 2019 special. What we're doing is we are previewing Integrated Systems Europe 2019. Comes your way February 5th through the 8th from beautiful Amsterdam. With me to talk about the chief stand today is my buddy Karen Smidt. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello, how are you doing?
I am doing well. I am doing well. You guys are in the same spot you've been for the last few years. You are in Hall 2C, as in Charlie 50. Hall 2C as in Charlie 50. However, this is the first ISE that you and Legrand are together since the acquisition a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. So when they walk in, they're going to see, obviously, Middle Atlantic, and they're going to see Daylight and all the other stuff, but they're also going to see Chief. So when they walk into the stand there, what are they going to find from Chief?
You find some cool new stuff. We're heavily focused on a lot of new digital signage solutions. So we have expanded our tiled LED mounting system for some additional manufacturers. You'll see solutions for Samsung, Epson, and Unilumin. We're really excited about these. They're all shipping now. You can see kind of the familiarity of what we've taken from our normal LCD mounting systems that everyone's familiar with and try to translate a lot of that install to make it a little bit more familiar for people, even though it's a newer technology. We've got another new product called our floor ceiling cable mount. So this is going to be a lot bigger for retail. It's really big in the European market as they have a lot more storefront, like street side storefront than we do in the US. So it's a cable mounted system that it's a single sided, you can buy an accessory to do a double sided solution. We'll have some accessories with this that you can attach to Unistrut mounted to the ceiling and the floor. So like if you changed your retail store display, you'd be able to actually just move the system without having to reinstall all the cabling. It's also one solution for landscape or portrait. So it's really easy to just make it be kind of whatever you need it to be. So pretty excited about that one. Column adapters. This is something that people have asked us for forever. When you think about big stadiums and you see the big round like concrete column adapters, structural columns. And we are creating adapters to mount to that. And actually you'll be able to just connect some of our more popular products like the ThinStall line and the Fusion line to the adapter. So you'll be using the same mounting systems that you're already familiar with.
So the adapters themselves are to go around the columns, and then that is kind of the base to where you're going to attach everything else.
Correct. Yeah. And so we have some for those large concrete structural columns, and then another system for attaching to some other sort of structural, like maybe I-beams or trusses, some other spaces that you see a lot more today that are more like warehousey or renovated, cool, like industrial-ish spaces. People are wanting to add AV to those as well, and it's not always easy to do so. So we've created another adapter system that works very similarly, but is for kind of other shapes. And that's, I think, the bulk of the new digital signage stuff. We do have some other cool stuff coming for projection as well. So we know large venue projection is growing, and we've had our current VCM projector mount for almost as long as I've been alive. And we are updating that as we're seeing larger laser projectors come back. That category of projection is growing, and so it's higher than sort of our RPM or RPA projector mounts can handle. So we thought we'd give some of that install functionality that people are used to from our newer projector systems and add that to a larger venue projection mount. So now the VCT will be our new one. It's smaller, it's more precise, it's easier to align, and we're actually making two sets of interface legs for this thing so that if you have a smaller mounting pattern on your projector, you can use the little legs instead of having to try and jerry-rig the larger interface feet to fit a pattern that fits underneath the mount. So you'll have a little leg that you can use for that, or we'll have the normal sized interface that you can use for wider patterns, just making it a lot easier and a lot cleaner for this growing area of projection. And you'll be able to combine that with the newer accessories that we showed at InfoComm for Excel vibration dampening and projector guards for like auditoriums or sort of mixed use spaces.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're hearing a lot from other manufacturers is ISE has kind of become that one spot where if they're developing a new product or even an update for an existing one, that first week in February is kind of a goal for everybody, because then you kind of get in early on the buying season. You get ahead of second quarter. You get ahead of the education buying season. Is that the same thing for Chief?
Yeah, we try to whenever we can. And then, obviously DSE comes up too. And then you've got the summer sort of construction season where a lot of that occurs. And so you want, to have as much of that ready to go as you can, especially education. We want to make sure we're trying to hit this early point and getting out there for ISE. You can't always do it. We want to make sure that, we're making the right product and we're making the decisions to get it out there when it's ready to get out there. So try as we might, to meet those deadlines, we do when we can, and if we can't because the product's just not where it needs to be yet, then you don't. We'd rather wait until it's ready to go.
Absolutely. All right, Karen. Not everybody's going to the show, but so if they're not, but they want to follow along with everything that Chief is going to be bringing to Amsterdam and ISE, how do they do that?
Yeah, you can find us at legrandav.com/chief, and you can follow me at AV_Karen S on Twitter.
Yeah, very good. You should follow her. She's fun. If you are going to the show, so they are in Hall 2, C as in Charlie 50, Hall 2, C 50. For us, for AVNation, you can go by the website, avnation.tv, and follow along as we also head to Amsterdam and bring you everything coming out of ISE, including a visit with our friends Chief. So all that and more at avnation.tv, avnation.tv.